Yo. I should be live? Okay, yeah, I am live. Cool. Yeah, I wanted to go live. I was gonna play more RE2, but to be honest, I'm not really in the mindset to do that. I kinda just want to talk, and that can be hard to do in a game like that, so I think we're just gonna do some art instead for today. And it's kinda good because I wanted to, like, talk, about what I've been up to and my mindset, and who knows, I might turn this stream into a video or something. Because it's been a while since I, like, updated you guys on what I've been working on. Or at least what I haven't been working on. So it's probably for the best to, like, yes, catch everyone up to what I've been up to content-wise, because I've not been very consistent. And I figured I would do some art, because I don't feel comfortable being a just chatting streamer, unironically. I feel like I have to be doing something in order to get my thoughts out. I can't just sit and talk. That's just bad for my nerves. Unfortunately. But I kinda wanted to do some art. Anyways, and I was drawing off stream, so I might as well do it here. Cause yeah, I feel like I've been neglecting my art quite a bit. Not gonna lie. So the Discord ping went through. And then Discord ping went through. Alrighty, just setting everything up so I'm ready to go. Need to get some music playing, but yeah, I think it is time to at least, I guess, talk about where my headspace has been content-wise, because I've not been logging in like I should be, and I feel a little guilty about that. And my content's been suffering, and I haven't exactly been proud about what I've been doing much. Like, I like the co-ops and stuff that we've been doing, but I want to be able to do my own thing. So surely Noragami music isn't copyright struck. Well, we're gonna play it anyways. Again, maybe I shouldn't play copyright stuff because I don't know if I'm turning this into a video or not. But let's just listen to your music because I think that's best to do. Let's turn this down some. Alrighty, folks. Okay, I think it should be good to go. I'm not gonna bother with, like, doing Blue Sky. This stream might not be super long. Hello, Twee. Welcome. I was gonna play RE2, but I kinda have a little bit of a headache, and, I don't think that's a good idea to play right now. But I also did kinda want to talk content-wise, because, I I feel like I kind of do like want to put out like an update video every month about what I've been up to. But welcome, Twee. Hope you're doing well this evening. Like I said, I've been enjoying the collab stuff that we've been doing. It's like really fun. But I want to get back to like analyzing art and making art videos, at least for a little bit. I haven't really been making any like long form stuff other than like streaming. And like I want to do more. But it's been a bit busy, so it's been hard to like find time to do stuff. Such a streaming life anyways. I really want to draw. I am nutters. That's good. I guess I should just get this out of the way. YouTube frogs. I know I said that I started like Silksong, but I'm seriously contemplating starting over and doing a new run of it. I haven't gotten very far in the game, but like I don't really want it to be destroyed, and I haven't played in like a couple months. Because like my idea is that I start something and I don't always finish it in a timely manner. I know that's like a bad habit of mine, but like it is what it is. If I feel like I'm gonna be pressured to finish something, then I'm not gonna enjoy it as much, unfortunately. I wish I could say that I'd probably be less busy, but I probably won't be. I'll still probably be pretty busy until after New Year's, realistically. Not like super busy, but still. It'll be hard to always commit to certain games. But we'll see. As far as that's concerned, like I said, I wanted to get back into like doing art content. And I have quite a few ideas about videos that I want to make, so I want to spend time making those. I do have, like, footage too, so I just really need to get into editing again. I don't know. I don't want to say it's like burnout or whatever, but I'd say it's overall this year I've been in an okay mental spot, but like, I don't know. For some reason I find it hard to lock into certain stuff. And it's not fair to you guys, because like I said, I want to do these things, and I still want to do these things, but it's like finding the permission to actually do them, if that makes sense. Because schedule and work and all that, it's not been quite consistent that I would like it to be. I didn't really grow my channel as much as I would have liked to this year. But that's also because I wasn't uploading as much as I wanted to. And part of me wonders if I did make a mistake trying to branch out my channel. But I don't think it would have mattered if I wasn't really being consistent. I guess I'm feeling a little lost as a content creator right now. It's not like burnout. I don't really know how else to describe it other than that. There's so many things that I want to do that I can't really decide, and As a result, I'm not really doing anything. I guess it's like decision paralysis, if that makes sense. I've been feeling kind of stuck and trying to work past that. The collab stuff has definitely helped. I do enjoy streaming. It's just figuring out what to do on stream sometimes, because sometimes I don't always feel like playing a game. And I want to do art and stuff. It's like today, I said I'd play it or read to, and I will. But, I feel like flashing lights and, like, jump scares would probably just make the headaches and worse. So, we're just gonna do art and yap. So... I feel like I could do more. And maybe since I'm not streaming as much, I could work more on videos, maybe. I'm Ayasuna. Or Ayasuna VT. Also, welcome to chat. I should have had the integration for YouTube chat to pop up, but... yeah. I'm Ayasuna VT. And I do art and gaming, although I've mainly been doing a lot of gaming lately. I've sort of been neglecting my art a little bit. Well, that's not true. I've been drawing off stream. I haven't really been drawing much on stream lately. But yeah, I'm yapping and trying to brainstorm what I want to do for my YouTube channel, because the clips have been doing pretty well, but I want to do more long form stuff. And it's pretty much talking about my heart space and what I want to do for content. And I actually have been writing quite a bit about my story, so we might circle back on that. I've thought about doing a second channel for video essay stuff. And if this is something that I do end up committing, I might end up doing that. I'm not sure yet. Also, hello, welcome to chat. I'm just doodling here. And, I feel like I say this every time I do art on stream, but it's still true. I feel like I'm better able to, get my thoughts out if I'm doing something. In this case, it's drawing. But, yeah. I haven't done art on stream in a little bit, so I figured I would do that. I was playing Resident Evil, but I wanted to stream, but I didn't exactly feel like playing that tonight. Because, the game is pretty intense. I enjoy it, but not today. But I'm just drawing here. Is this an OC? I guess it kind of is an OC. I'm just sort of drawing. I'm not really thinking too much about it. I will say that, even though I haven't really been, drawing all that much on stream, I think my art style changed a little bit. Which you'll probably see as I go along here. If you compare it to, the last time that I drew on stream. I've been like inspired by like the Gorillaz art style because I was like listening to like a lot of Gorillaz music lately. Which I would listen to some now, but I'm streaming on TikTok and I really don't want to get copyright struck. I wouldn't have cared as much if I was on like YouTube or Twitch only, but yeah, I don't really want my VOD to be muted because this is a bit of a channel update anyways. Like I said, I wasn't really as focused as much on art as I would like to on this channel. Because I've been doing like a lot of games and a lot of collabs, so I'm thinking after I like beat Resident Evil, I might like take a little break from games and do more art stuff. Because I definitely think I like amassed like a visual library of inspiration from the stuff that I've been playing. Like a few weeks ago during October Spooky Month, I played Mouthwashing. And I got sort of inspired by that game with the low poly graphics. And then, like I said, I started playing Resident Evil 2. Which, like I said, I've played Capcom games before, but I never actually played Resident Evil, so that's been fun. So I could probably turn the opacity down here a little bit. But yeah, I think I've been in the mood to create stuff. So maybe apart from collabs, I might take a little break from games once I beat RE2. And it's another thing too that I've been struggling with is like staying on schedule for stream because stuff has been happening and I can't always guarantee that I'll stream at a certain time. And I need to not like beat myself up over it because it happens and this is still like a hobby of mine. So if I can't exactly do it every day as consistently as I would like, I guess I can't really get too upset over it. Speaking of which, though, I will probably be doing a collab tomorrow. We will be playing Repo. I think we're playing Repo. Oh yeah, we are. With Chewy and Teapots. Yeah, and apparently it's good. There's another update or something. Something about new maps. So, I can't wait to see what that's going to be about. But I have enjoyed playing Friend Swap stuff. So I'll probably go back to RE2 over the weekend. I hope to beat it soon. Because I'm like stuck at the first boss. Actually, his foot could be a little bit bigger. I just drew my I don't want to say it's like my OC. It's sort of my OC, and it's sort of not. But I drew like a sweater because, well, we had fall weather, but now it's like in the 80s again. It'll probably be like in the 80s until like Sunday, so not so much like sweater weather, but, yeah, the weather's been all over the place. But like I said, in the weather breaks, and it's still a little bit warm. I'll probably go sit out and do some art. I think that will be fun to do. But I really do want to get back into like doing more art stuff. As someone who's like been trying like pretty consistently for like 14-ish years. Well, not 14. Well, next year would be like 10 years since I started like doing art stuff online, which is like crazy. I guess I could say for the past 10 years, since I started posting art stuff, that's mainly what my content has been. If you're like an old Instagram frog, which I doubt that anyone here is, that eye looks a little funny. As I was saying, since I've been like posting art off and on for like 10 years, whenever I feel like I took like an extended break from like doing art, I feel weird. And I don't know if it's because of how long I've been doing it, but like, I do feel like I didn't do as much art as I would have liked to this year. And I want to change that, and I want to improve, so I'm thinking of like taking some art courses. Is this the wrong brush? No. Because I feel rusty. I've been watching like videos of like people coming out with different comics, and it makes me realize that I need to like get better at like the iterative process of drawing, because it can take a while for me to come up with something original, which is not good, because like I said, I do want to make my webtoon series at some point. So I think I need to like lock in on that. And his face looks funny. I forgot what I was saying. A lot of things in my mind right now. But like I said, I need to like get back into the habit, and I guess this could be like a sort of video of sorts. And the fact that I am trying to establish a habit. Because for a while I was doing like really good, but I sort of fell off. And I'm not exactly too happy about that, as far as art's concerned. Because like with what I'm doing, it's gonna have to be a choice. I do want to do more art streams and talk about art and me literacy, because it's something that's like very important to me. If you've seen my older videos, gaming's fun, and I don't want it to be my only focus on this channel, of course. duos. Um, turn this opacity down. Because, like, in my head, I already know what I want my characters to be doing, but figuring out how to translate that into, like, a comic form is tricky, because, like I said, I never did something like that. And so, like me, it's, like, prone to, like, overthinking stuff. And I need to stop doing that and start doing it. Because waiting for the right moment to happen, it's not gonna happen. Not by itself, anyways. It's just knowing what to focus on, too. It's been a struggle. Because I don't want to be known as the person that, like, starts things and doesn't finish them. And it's a very, like, troubling habit of mine that I don't really care for. And making it that is also a little difficult, but I know what I want to do. I just need to do it. It's pretty much it. I kind of want to draw something silly. Let's draw this. I've also been liking to draw with this marker pen. I was doing the sketch part. Okay. I don't listen to like Vocaloid music, but I'm pretty sure that would like get me copyright struck. Do I say F it chat and just do it anyways? That's the question. Just drawing here. Okay. Make sure to flip your canvas. I could probably move this over. It's not like I'm burnt out on streaming, because, like, I do enjoy streaming. But, like, I also like making long form. And, like, I've said this, like, a billion times already, but, like, if I do one, I can't do the other. As much as I would like to. Style so pretty, thanks. I guess I could show what I was also working off on stream, because I was still, like, trying to follow, coloring tutorials as well. I recorded myself trying to draw this, but I didn't finish the coloring here. What else? This is Lucy. Oops. And this was another coloring that I did. I actually really like this one. I was following a tutorial, but I didn't really record any of it, so, it's a little bit lost to time. I did start coloring this the other day. I think it was actually on Halloween. Because I wanted to, like, draw my character with double horns. But thank you. I'm not even really working on anything too detailed right now. I'm just kind of yapping and doodling here. I wanted to be, like, more experimental with my coloring stuff, and like I said, I still struggle with it, so... This is sort of what I do when I, like, try to figure out things for content. So... I want to make a PNG YouTuber. I really need to just sit down and do that, because sometimes I don't always want to have my VTuber model. And I feel like my VTuber model is not quite as expressive as I would like it to be. And I tried, like I said, I tried to change some things about my model. That was how Vroid works. It's kind of hard to do. And it's kind of, like, hard to make it look good. So I've been a little stuck. I wanted to change my, like, outfit and my hair, but they don't make it very easy. That was very good. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was completely, like, following the tutorials there. So. Honestly, I probably could go back and color what I was working on the other day. Because sketching ain't working out too well. I also found a new brush. Oh lord, it scared the shit out of me. I forgot I had my sound alerts on. I need to turn that down, or I have a headache. I forgot my sound alerts were working. I had changed some things, so I didn't know if I broke it or not by accident. But, I don't really want to give myself a headache, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. TTS should be working, though. I'm just gonna turn the sound alerts down. Because I really don't want that to, scare me. Open dashboard. Yeah, I changed some stuff with like OBS and all that jazz, so I'm like, shit, that scared me. I knew my following sound alert still worked for I know my following sound still works, but yeah. So I should have turned that down a little bit so I don't give myself a heart attack. But yeah, TTS is working. My other sound alerts should also be working. I need to set up a few more. That was actually pretty fun to do. But yeah. I really had a headache, so I didn't really even think to check my sound alerts. I assumed I broke them again. Sorry, I gotta go. Well, take care. Thanks for dropping by. I'll probably work on this because I do want to like do more colored pieces, and I think I found a way to color that I don't completely hate. So I guess I'll just color pick from this one, although the outfit's probably going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I'm usually live at this hour. So, yeah, tomorrow we should be playing Repo with Teapot and Twee. So, if you want to see me, flail around and die, then it'd be fun. I was also playing RE2, but I take a break from that because it seems really overstimulating right now. But this is sort of like what my art style looks like now. It's even less like anime themed than it was before. I'm just color picking from this. I can't be bothered to like redo everything. completely forgot that my sound alert was working. I thought it was being rated for a second, but that wouldn't be the sound that plays if I were to be rated. It would have been the One Piece theme. And speaking of One Piece, it's actually pretty heating up again. I took a little bit of a break from like anime stuff, but One Piece is cooking. So I think I picked it back up at a good time. Oh god. So I guess there's that. I've been into DC stuff lately, so I haven't been following as much anime adjacent things. I don't know, this season of anime just didn't really speak to me. I really like the Chainsaw movie, which I'll probably see this weekend. There's not really anything else that I'm, like, hyped to look at. Yeah, I don't think it's, like, because I'm getting older. I just think anime's been feeling kind of stale lately. Trying to be a little bit more conscious with the coloring here. Okay. I guess then the next thing I could do is the hair. I didn't bother separating these into separate layers, even though I should have. But I think for like a color study, I don't think it matters as much. Although there's probably someone in chat or in my comments that are looking back at this and like, and are wondering why I'm doing it like this. This is just a color study. How I drew the face here, so I went to try to color it. Although I guess I could have did like a separate layer. Hello, long time no see. Welcome to chat. How come when I play games, chat is dead, but when I do art, chat is active? But hello. I'm experimenting with like a different like art style than how I normally draw, so yeah, I don't even really know what this was inspired by. It's sort of like Tim Burton, but also not really. I don't know, I've been just looking at art tutorials and speed paints, and I tried to replicate what I saw. So, that's pretty much where this drawing came from. The game says different to stream when you have your homies with you. And that's fair. I was also playing Resident Evil 2. I took a little bit of a break, well, I don't want to say a break from Silksong, but I'm thinking of like restarting that playthrough. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of collab stuff. But the art stuff should be should be more frequent, I think. I'm ready to work more on my own art. I quit RE2, got stuck, might have been 3. I'm like at the first boss, but from what I played so far, I enjoyed. I was gonna play some more today, but I have like a bit of a headache, so yeah, we're not doing that today. Is it a police station? Yeah, that's RE2. I'm fighting that weird homunculi dude with like the giant eye on his shoulder. It's the one that I got stuck on. So he said it best. It's better to think of like RE2 like it's a Metroidvania, because in a way it kind of is. It kind of just traps you there. You gotta have to figure out what to do. I think I struggled more with like the boss than like the actual puzzles though, so far. But that's probably because I went to the boss a little bit earlier than I should have. So that's probably why I'm struggling, and I'm at a point where I can't exactly go back to where before the boss, so I'm kind of in a point of no return with the story. That's probably why I'm stuck. Got stuck at the from resource management, ran out of healing plants and bullets. Yeah, I struggled a little bit with that, but I seem to feel like if I didn't go super aggressive, I tended to go, well, a lot farther. But yeah, I didn't feel like being chased with zombies, but I played a lot of horror games during October. I also played Mouthwashing, which was pretty fun. And I did that in one stream. Also, I'm in the wrong layer. But I really want to like get back into art more consistently, because there's like a lot of like game releases, and I was playing Sonic Crossworlds, which was fun, although truth be told, I think I got a little bit burnt out on it. And I knew this was gonna happen because like they haven't really released any new like maps or anything. So I probably won't go back to it unless there's like a new map. I think there's like an event going on, but I haven't really felt much like playing it, to be honest. So I have no idea if it's been good or not. But as far as collab stuff, we've been playing Left 4 Dead 2. We've been playing Peak. And tomorrow we're gonna play more Repo. So, yeah. I'm thinking if I do like one collab a week and do art, and then a solo game, that should fill out like the stream schedule. But I didn't make a schedule this week because I knew I wouldn't be able to stick to it because of stuff going on. But I did plan to stream today, so. So this looks creepy. I actually could make a line art layer. And I obviously enjoy doing collabs with Twee and Teapot. They're really fun. But I do want to work on my creative stuff as well. For as long as I've been, like I said, been doing art. It sometimes almost feels like cheating when I don't do it as consistently. But like I said, other than that, I haven't really been up to too much else. And it was an art stream, so of course I was talking about the latest One Piece chapter, and truth be told, it's really starting to pick up again, so I'm glad for that, because apart from One Piece, I ain't been following much else anime-wise. I've been watching like a lot of DC stuff. Hope he is picking up, probably gonna die again once it reaches Elbeth. Yeah, the weird twin thing was a little bit hard to follow, but to truth be told, for where One Piece is as like a story, I'd rather it take longer for the chapters to come out if it means like everything is fleshed out a bit more, but my boy Law, he's gonna be making more of an appearance, so this one thing, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for chat, but those who know, they know what I'm talking about. So I'm excited for that. I think, like I said, I think I enjoy Wano more. But this had good moments, it's just not as good as Wano. Worry about spoilers, Shamrock hasn't been in this story for almost a year. I'm talking about the current Rock story, top tier. Yeah, I enjoyed it pretty much. But there are too many like anime stories that I've been like invested in. I'll always be invested in One Piece because, like I said, I grew up with it. And I think everyone wants to see how it's going to end. But like, we're trying to cook here. And at this rate, it'll probably be another few years before the manga actually ends at this pace, but the way I understand, I think Oda's like going through some health problems, so obviously his health is like more important than like the story. And that's almost over and it's back to Elbaf. Maybe I just need to reread the arc. Cause like, I know I was like tired when I read it the first time. Maybe I will appreciate it more now. Maybe that's just a me thing. I'm not sure. Prince Artist is one in hiatus again. Yeah, I saw that. At least we're getting season 2 really soon, so. And like I said, I'll probably go see the Chainsaw Man movie soon, probably this weekend. So there's that as well. Yeah, I can't really think of like anything else to really be invested in. Also, welcome back. Yeah, but art historically has taken sacrifice. For sure. Um, like I was just saying, I think after I like beat RE2 and apart from like collab stuff that I do, I want to focus more on my art and characters and writing because I've been doing a lot of writing, um, off, well, off stream. I don't think I'd ever actually like write something on stream. Unless it was like brainstorming for like something I wanted to draw. But I've been like doing some research and writing stuff in between like my collab stuff and like editing clips. There's I felt like I had to take a little break of my project, and I think I'm like in a good headspace to work on it more now. And people get so rich so quick that they start thinking of their health, quality of life before the art's been finished. That's why TV show seasons take years to make now. Yeah. I understand, like, having to walk away from what you work on, because, like, creating can be difficult, but at the same time, I don't want to say this, and this doesn't just apply to Oda. I'm not sure if he knows how he's gonna end it. I thought he had like an ending in mind. Or maybe I'm thinking about Hunter x Hunter instead. Which, obviously it goes back and forth because he's been dealing with his health. But like, I understand stepping away if it's because of like your health. Both mental and physical, because like you can't really be creating when you're not feeling well, and there's like a reason why a lot of mangakas don't, well, some don't always live to be super old because they're not taking care of their health. I do think artists glamorize cramming hours into their art without taking account of their health. And this isn't just like a younger artist thing, older artists do it too sometimes. And like sitting over your desk for like hours and days, that's definitely take a toll on your health, of course. So I can understand taking breaks for your health, both mental and physical. The get rich quick thing, yeah, I don't know. I feel like people who think like that are probably more prone to using AI stuff. If I'm gonna be real, I think my hypothesis like at the beginning of the year of it being like a bubble is sort of becoming true, because like outside of like Twitter and like even Instagram, I feel like the demand for like AI art stuff is just not really as prevalent. And I'm not saying that isn't harming like commercial artists, it absolutely is, but like I think most normies do still appreciate like custom handmade stuff, which is like an opening of sorts. But I think people oversold the whole AI art thing, and I think people are starting to like burn out on it. Also, I'm finally glad that Pinterest added an AI art filter, so I can scroll my feed for all my references and not have to worry about saving AI. Skull and Health have made it hard for me to draw. Welcome to chat. Yeah, again, I think it's important to like place your health above creating, because I don't know, I would not say that like I'm an addictive type person, but when I was younger, I used to be like, I used to like get super obsessed over something, and that something was hard for a long time, and I would spend plenty of hours trying to draw, and like, it was fun to do, and I could do like all-nighters without really thinking about it, but that changed when I injured myself, and I gave myself tendonitis, and yeah, I realized it's probably not healthy to draw for like 4 or 5 hours straight without a break, or getting up or stretching or stuff, so you should not do that. And of course, it can be difficult too if you have like other obligations, but there are some ways to like work around it, I think. Making it easier for you to start drawing is one way to help. Maybe if you have like an iPad or like a notebook or something, like a sketchbook or a pen, like if you do traditional art and like you have like a sketchbook like on your coffee table or on your bed or wherever, you're more likely to pick it up and start drawing if it's right there instead of like somewhere else, if that makes sense. Guess it'll feel like more effort to just go and get your sketchbook than if it was already sitting there. As far as starting, because for me, starting can sometimes be like harder part than actually doing the drawing, because once I start, I don't really want to stop, I think. Obsession is the quality most relevant artists share across all genres. Yeah. I mean, again, to be Oda and to draw on a project for over 20 years, you do kind of have to be a little bit obsessed. And I don't think that it's completely a bad thing, but if it is playing on your physical and mental health, then that's obviously an issue. And he's in the position to be able to take breaks, so it's understandable in his situation. In the same breath too, like I said, making it easier to start drawing by putting your tools in a spot that you usually sit at helps, but just drawing stuff that you like also helps. Also, it's the echo. Oh. My music stopped playing. What do I listen to? I don't know if I listen to FF14 music, I'll get copyright struck. I guess I could listen to some Xenoblade music. Music. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I mentioned this in a video too, but like, if you also want to help your art or at least do something that's like creative, it can be helpful to study things outside of art. For instance, I have been doing graphic design, and I actually want to make a video talking about Affinity, because from what I heard, it's like pretty good, but I haven't really messed around with it too much. It's a good alternative to Adobe, but that's a different subject. Just studying different things, I think, maybe a better artist. Like, if you like to do illustrations and like posters and illustration stuff like that, it can definitely help to like study things like graphic design and even basic storytelling as well. Even if it's bad, that used to be the price of greatness. Sacrifice. Modern artists want it both ways. Modern art sort of reflects that, especially music. Yeah, I don't really listen to a lot of new music these days. So I can't really speak on the music part of things, but I do think social media has ruined how art is made and how it's processed. I will agree with that. Social media makes it feel like artists have to rush what they do. And they have to like conform to like appease the algorithmic gods, but that stuff really doesn't matter as much long term. I used to feel that way, but I don't really anymore. I talked about it a lot, but I guess it's worth mentioning again. It's not really worth getting worked up over social media stuff. Guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, unless it's like helping you get critiqued, and obviously there's like different places to go for that type of I guess niche. And stuff doesn't matter, drama and stuff, it's not important. Well, like I said about AI stuff, given how it's being used to like promote like I guess right-wing talking points and like racist stereotypes and stuff, I think it'll always be like associated with that type of stuff. And it's unsurprising that when it was trained by humans with human stuff, it sort of picked up the racist and sexist caricatures of people in different cultures and all of that. It's really only a matter of time before it like picked up on our worst instincts as a society. Because if like a child, in a sense that if you repeat a certain thing so many times, it's going to repeat it back, and we don't really need any more like racist memes out there. I wanted to make a video about this too. I visual artist mean-spirited. Yes, I think it's for that reason it's not going to catch on as much as people think. Now, obviously, AI is, well, I don't know, it's technically not AI, but that's like neither here nor there. We're talking about generative stuff. Maybe because of how it was used and how it was implemented, and like the types of people that swear by it, I don't necessarily know if it has the motion long term. It's not gonna stop me from creating stuff, even if it makes it harder to see or less visible. It makes me want to work on my projects even more. But like, I was always a hands-on person, so I like being able to work with stuff on my own hands. It can be. I mean, there's always so many big booba avatar women that you can, like, create. And after a while it all looks the same, but the stuff isn't really, it's not changing art, it isn't really making people more creative. In the sense that it's like creating something new. And like, obviously, why did my brush size change? Obviously, a lot of art is inspired by different things, and being inspired by something isn't the same as stealing it, which bears worth repeating, but like... I don't know, I think how it's being used and all that is just gonna hurt it long term. Like, I don't use Twitter all that much. Well, actually, no, I don't use Twitter at all. I don't have my Twitter account, but... outside of certain circles, I actually don't see as much AR art stuff now as I did like 6 months ago. And I don't know if it's because I, like, changed my feed or whatnot. I've been spending a lot more time on Tumblr. I don't really see it there. I guess part of it too, I think people, and yes, I think a lot of folks are also getting burnt out on social media, if I'm being completely honest. Like, there's still the short form stuff, but every month Twitch has its lowest, like, viewership. And like, since COVID, I guess, isn't being treated as a thing, even though it's still out there, I think more people are wanting to touch grass. And social media can't exactly be a replacement for going out there and making a community. It is for some people, but... I don't know. Maybe I'm coping, maybe I'm like on copium or something, but... even compared to like a few months ago, things just seem different. I'm on Tumblr a lot and I don't see any AI art. Even my Twitter isn't that bad. Yeah, I stopped using Twitter like a year ago. And I don't regret it, but I do feel like I saw a lot more like AI stuff like 6 months ago compared to what I see now. I still see some, but like most of it has been like advertisements. Because unfortunately my ad block doesn't work everywhere. But yeah, you can take my uBlock origin from my cold dead hands, so yeah. I think that like the next big thing that I want to do is check out Affinity, because apparently it's like an alternative to like Adobe. And since I have my new computer, I don't have Photoshop installed anymore. A version that I totally bought and paid for. I would never download a car, so yeah. But going back to like the whole studying and art thing and all of that, I think art makes you more well-rounded. In the fact that you study like different things and objects and visual things. And that's something that AI can't really replicate. It can copy things that other people make, but it doesn't really have the vision to make something new. If that makes sense. And I guess for some purposes people think that's like not so bad. Pirate. Well, I would probably never pay for another version of Adobe products. There's just too many alternatives now. But I do want to check out Affinity, and I might actually make like a video about it too. But allegedly I think it's free. And it was made by like Canva. So we might have a stream where we go toy around with that. But yeah, I think after I like beat RE2, art and like graphic design streams will be back on the menu. I need to make a PNG tuber. I still need to commission those badges for Twitch subs, and then I need to make more emotes. I already started revamping some of the graphics in my stream, but I want to make a proper YouTube banner. I want to draw it myself, so that's the next big thing I want to do. I used to prefer stock photos. For drawing style visual art, it's plastic. I mean, I guess the only decent sort of thing I can sort of understand why someone would use AI for is like color correction stuff. But like adding like filters and stuff and effects, I don't know about that, Chief. But I don't know. I still would prefer to like have my OpenStock stuff from like real life. And in the projects that I'm working on, I'd much rather it be from real life inspiration than like trying to take something computer generated. Because, I've been watching like a bunch of like nature documentaries and stuff. And travel vlogs and things like that. Hey, model clearance, and you have no idea. I'm not saying that it can't be useful. And obviously, I'm not as well versed with that. Creating a model and creating stock images is a nightmare. I guess that is fair to say, but that's just my opinion on the matter, I suppose. I just think, unless like AI is like, well, let me just take a step back. Generative AI and like ChatGPT stuff is like, I guess regulated, which will probably be forever in this country. We can't even keep our own government open. Expecting any legislation to at least set guidelines for what AI is able to do is probably not going to happen anytime soon. But I think unleashing something on that in a population that still technically isn't even ready for social media can be definitely an ethical thing. Not to mention the effects of AI that we're still trying to understand. I do think AI is useful as far as like comparing stuff. If it's used as a tool, I can sort of understand it, but if you're using it in place of like if you're using it in place of something, or if you're using it and obviously trying to take from another creator without their permission, then that's obviously the issue. But it's an issue that I've already talked about ad nauseum, but I don't know. It's pretty much my 2 cents, at least now. I will say sometimes it is hard to find like the right post, especially for like art, because like you have to go and find the right photo. Then yeah, I can understand using it for like posing, because sometimes it's hard because it can be hard to like follow an image if it's not really high quality. And I also sometimes use AI for like doing the captions for my clips, but that's about it. When it's edits and stuff and like overlays, that's stuff that I do myself. But I can't always be bothered to type my own captions for clips. And I still have to correct it anyways because it's often wrong. Right, it's stealing, then it's stealing. Yeah, I can do something like clone Adobe Photoshop and install it on your computer. I feel bad for photographers' work, which was already overlooked. It's being devalued because of AI. A lot of people forget that those pictures had to be taken somewhere. Had to be taken, planned, and edited by someone. Yeah, again, taking from something that's not yours and not giving any like monetary value to the artist or creator or model or whoever, and using their likeness to make money is wrong and should be wrong, or at the very least they should be compensated. I don't think there's too many people that disagree with that. And if you've been following like the art news drama thing, a lot of anime studios like Studio Ghibli, I forget who else, other anime studios too, they're suing OpenAI over them copying their art style. I think Disney is also suing them for similar reasons. But yeah. There wouldn't be a Ghibli art style without Ghibli art and Miyazaki and all of that. So to say that it just came from nowhere and that it obviously wasn't taken from his work and his movies and his animation, that's definitely not the case. Cell phones killed photography way before that. Why pay for a wedding photo when everyone has a 50 megapixel iPhone? That's true. Videography was like a thing in my family, which is sort of why I started to learn about editing and stuff myself. But ever since COVID, he was not able to do what he used to be able to do, because like with a phone and obviously and with like CapCut or whatever, people can make their own videos. And in some ways, I think it's good. I think software should be able to make people feel like they can be more creative. Because a lot of hurdles is what's stopping people to begin with. I don't see an issue with that. I do think creative processes and programs should be more accessible. What the problem is like the theft with AI. And people thinking that if they type a few sentences to like generate something that they're automatically an artist. And I'm sorry, but you're not. These programs should be more accessible for the fact that they can be used as an outlet for people. I think a lot of what we're going through as a society is because people aren't able to express themselves. And that can be hard to do in a society that doesn't see that as a valuable way to spend time. And it kind of goes back to like how social media ruined art to begin with, because people aren't making art to enjoy art, they're doing it for clout. And if you make art to please other people like that, you're going to burn out. It doesn't really matter what your skill level is going to be, it's just going to happen eventually. Like, I understand doing it professionally. That's not what I'm saying, but like, if you're just trying to follow trends and do what you think the algorithm likes instead of doing what you want, you're not going to enjoy the process. On IG, I see videos that meatball-minded people make that look amazing, and those folks don't all a computer. Crazy editing music at all. Or people that express themselves. I think it's like tricky, because like, on one hand, yeah, it's never been easier to create something, which isn't ordinarily like a good thing, because a lot of artists didn't have like the tools and software to be able to like do what I'm doing right now, but they still made use with what they had, and I think having limited tools can be a benefit in its own right. But I caution a notion, because these platforms obviously want to push certain agendas, and because of that, certain content is being pushed more and more. And I think if people want their art to be seen, they think it has to like fit into a certain I guess box, and if it doesn't fit that box, then it may or may not be pushed. There's a reason why a lot of like super anime artists tend to flock on Twitter compared to like other platforms, because there's like a huge anime community on Twitter. There still is on like Instagram, but I seen more of a variety of art on Instagram, and I don't know if it's just my feed, but on Twitter there was a lot of anime artists. And then there's nothing wrong with being an anime artist, but that's not what I'm saying. But I feel like people have to appease to an algorithm or trend. They aren't always gonna stick true to themselves. There's a lot the reason to do art is quite enjoyable. I feel like using AI sucks all the joy of art. I don't need to know every single thing that annoys a person. It's just what TikTok is full of, especially politically. Real anime is super popular. And again, there's nothing wrong with drawing anime art. That's not what I'm saying, but if people say that it's popular, they may try to conform their stuff to be that way. there's a pressure to conform that these platforms are doing. Your feed, my feed is big bootied women and memes. I feel like my feed's like all over the place. I guess another like example of that too, although I forgot what I was gonna say. I will say I agree with the part that art is a sacrifice. It's no easy answers. And it is time consuming to do. At least if you want to take it a little bit seriously. If you're doing it for fun, then there's like no right or wrong way to do it. You should do it however way you want it to in that case. But in the same breath, you can't complain about not improving if you like don't study. I mean, hands kind of suck to draw, but like the only way to get better at them is to draw hands. I think because people have to deal with like harassment on social media because they choose to draw a certain way, and it's also a reason why people feel the need to conform. Because like the TikTok art community is vicious. Now I haven't had any like bad experiences over there, but it's just rage bait. And like that's not fun for people who are trying to learn and like just enjoy what they're doing. Because it should be fun. I think if people see learning as a chore, that's also part of the reason why we are where we are, because it does take effort to want to learn things, to want to learn art. There should be a space to be offering criticism, but without harassing people. Because like at the end of the day, even if you like draw something wrong, it shouldn't be seen as the end of the world, and no one should be making fun of anyone because of that. Because every artist has their own journey, and like trying to harass someone because they didn't draw a certain way is just dumb and corny, and you shouldn't do that. I think part of it's like being able to like expose yourself to like different things, and I do think some art trends can be good and actually improve your art. Things like Inktober is good. Draw this in your style can also be good to get you to draw different things. I don't see an issue with those types of trends. But yeah, sometimes you just need to put away the petty drama and just log in. It's like that's the only way that your art's gonna improve. Not to sound like a boomer, but sometimes it really is that phone. I have had moments where I like doom scrolled and I didn't end up even working on art. Because I was too sucked into something to really focus on what I was doing. And I guess it's again that all the art that you make has to be for social media. It's like another important thing. Is that cool, Benny? I might have to pick up Chainsaw a bit again. It's been a while since I read it. Especially if I'm gonna go see the movie. Our community can be mean. Like, I haven't really been in art trauma myself. My whitelisting was like just someone thinking that I stole my own art because I did a redraw over it. I think it was like of Poison Ivy or like one of my OCs. And like, someone thought that I stole the art, but it was actually mine. It was just really old. But, apart from that, I haven't really dealt with, like, toxicity in what I did. Which I'm thankful for. It's definitely a lot more vicious now with how content is being shared and promoted, though. Benny. Her hair's on the wrong side. But yeah, I've been very, like, fortunate not to have to deal with that, but you should never really feel pressured to change your art style for anyone. Or really have to deal with that. People are obviously incentivized to want to get a rise out of folks, and 9 times out of 10, it's just not worth dealing with. It doesn't improve your art, and if anything, it just makes the process more difficult. I'm gonna draw a Benny. I love to change some in art style. So she's kind of looking this way. And her hair's like this. I mean, I guess rule of thumb, just put your head down and draw, and that stuff really matters long term. And don't feel obligated to share everything that you create, because a lot of the artists that you look up to probably don't post every drawing that they make anyways. Nor should you. There's plenty of drawings that they made that you will never see. Mish being on TikTok, and Insta's gone so bad. I don't really mess with Insta anymore. I'm wondering if I should just close my account, because I don't really see the benefit in posting there anymore. I've had the most motion on YouTube, and like I said, I still haven't put this much time into YouTube as I would have liked, but my clips have been doing pretty decently. TikTok, it's up and down, but I have an older account, and that probably has something to do with it as far as growth is concerned. But like, if it isn't bringing you joy and you aren't really learning anything from it, it's not really worth engaging with. If anything, I have to mute like a bunch of my hashtags anyways, because I don't want to get spoiled on like One Piece stuff. And that's like half my feed now. I don't really get much from using Instagram. Back when I started, it was like pretty fun, but I didn't really get as much out of it as I could have. And it's not really anyone else's issue but mine, but there's like no motion on Facebook. But that's how I felt about Twitter. Using it probably did hurt my reach, but I'll never regret quitting that platform. It's just actual cancer. This doesn't really look like Kobeni. I guess the hair beast does, sort of. I'm sorry just now with like her moles. Rule of thumb, just don't engage with anything you don't want to be associated with unless you think it's something that can benefit you. Because like I could sit and be angry at people on Twitter about something stupid, or I could work or do the things that I enjoy. And I'd rather do the things that I enjoy. And I kind of want to draw other Chainsaw Man characters. Because, like, that's like the only thing that I was like really excited to see this year. Like, in terms of like the new things that I was enjoying, I enjoyed this season 2 of Andor, and from what I can tell, the Chainsaw Man movie, this looks really fun. Well, interesting. I haven't seen it yet, but the scenes that I saw, they looked good. As is expected, because the animation's always been pretty solid. Um, Other than that, I can't really think of anything that was like out the park. Superman was fun, but hello, welcome. Everything does not have to benefit us. Sometimes we want to discover silly things. We just don't want to be sold BS. Yeah, I can agree with that. But I think it does sort of matter, because, like, unfortunately, most of these platforms do just that. Now again, my IG feed, it's the only reason why I haven't deleted the app yet, because, like, there's still quite a lot of artists there that I still follow that don't really post anywhere else. And from that perspective, Instagram could be seen as a great place, because I am still able to see their art. And thankfully, not yet, they aren't shadow banned. Also, there's like plenty of cool like graphic design stuff on there as well. But I don't know. If it's like Twitter itself also used to be like fun for like specific fandoms, but like once the site started pandering to the actual Nazis, I could not be bothered to use it anymore. It just didn't feel like I was getting benefit from it. And I know not everything has to be like benefit, but like not even necessarily in like the protective sense, just do I get something out of using this? I miss Noragami Twitter, because like that's pretty much where all 12 of the Noragami fans were. Because there's not really much of a fandom in other platforms, but seeing blatant white supremacist ads, even though I obviously would have never engaged in that type of thing, was like disheartening. And the CEO doesn't seem to really be bothered by it. So I'm like, why am I still on this platform? How long have you been drawing? Digitally, I've been drawing for like 2.5 years. Traditionally, I've been drawing consistently for at least 12 to 13 years. I was just talking about it earlier. I've been posting art for like 10 years, off and on. But I started streaming and stuff and making long-form videos about 1.5 years ago. I'm old enough to remember a time where short-form videos weren't really a thing on Instagram, or really anywhere, and it was a wonderful time for the internet. Like, clips, I guess, can be fun, but it's also sort of like rooting our attention span. And I'm guilty of this as well, so I've really been like into like Tumblr lately and YouTube. Although I'm pretty sure I'll always use YouTube, unfortunately. The YouTube Premium subscription has me in a chokehold. I'll never go back to using vanilla YouTube, else they like jack up the price super high. I kind of want to draw her in a suit. But yeah, I've been drawing at least somewhat consistently for over 10 years-ish. I had wanted to go to art school and stuff, but COVID happened. But in hindsight, I'm kind of glad that I did not settle myself in with a ton of debt. That's probably for the best. YouTube music is dope. I agree, it is really good. If there's like one subscription that I would always splurge on, it's gonna be the YouTube. I also have like Twitch Turbo, which is also like nice. It's nice for like the streamer side of things because it keeps your VODs longer on your channel for longer, which I don't actually think a lot of folks know as far as streaming is concerned, but that's one reason why I have Turbo. But yeah, YouTube doesn't really feel like social media, it feels more like TV. At least with long form stuff, because the production value on some of the things that I've been watching low-key exceeds what's on TV these days, and not gonna lie, even saying that is like crazy, because these are people that are doing this for like hobbies. A lot of these folks don't have like, obviously the stuff that like Netflix or Hulu has, but like I've been like watching a ton of like independent animation stuff and like horror and like travel vlogs and stuff like that. You know, if I wasn't like super ADHD, I would like try to learn how to animate something. Maybe down the line, but I want to do more like I forgot what I was gonna say. I wanted to do more original stuff. I love Tumblr. It's like Twitter, but for artists and better every way. Yeah, I've had my Tumblr account for like a while. I think it probably is 10 years now. For a while it did die because of like, administration decisions, which rightly or wrongly changed the platform, but I think it's going through like a little resurgence here. It'll never be like it was, but the community aspect is pretty strong, and they actually did add things that make the platform easy to use and easy to like get in specific like fandoms and stuff. And that's like what it should be. It should be easy to engage with people that you do enjoy something with. And reading a post about why someone thinks, what's like the most Tumblr opinion out there. Reading an opinion that someone thinks like Doctor Who is the best thing ever made is still way better than constantly consuming short-form stuff, which sometimes I just fudge out and listen to like TikToks and stuff, but I'm really trying to limit how much I do that. I don't want to do it too much, because I know how I get. I'm gonna draw Power. I drew Makima and Kubeni. I want to draw Best Girl. I don't know why I started drawing Chainsaw Man characters. I saw a cosplayer that was dressed as Kobeni, I guess, and I started to want to draw these characters. I probably won't go for super long because tomorrow we do have a collab planned. We're gonna play more Rebo, and then after that, I might go to more RE2. So I'll probably wrap up these sketches and clean them up a little bit, and then I'll probably call it a night. I think, yeah, going for our clubs are probably going to be on Fridays. Because of everyone else's schedules and stuff. We were going to try to do Halo, but I couldn't get the mod to work. And besides, there's other games for the time being. I told him I would play Halo if he would play, like, Monster Hunter with me, so, there's that. I think other, like, roll-ups we're probably gonna do is Sonic Rumble. I'm a little bit burnt out on Crossroads, so I probably won't play too much of that unless there's, like, a new map. But yeah, I think apart from that, in, like, collab games and finishing up what I started, art streams are back on our menu because I had a lot of fun. I like sitting around and talking about different topics, and gaming streams are not always like the place to do that, especially for like horror games, apparently. Just having the space to have like discourse in a way that doesn't like fling insults is a space that's needed on the internet, I think. Because everyone's at each other's throats, no one seems to want to know how to talk to each other. At least online. It's not really always like that IRL, despite what narratives that are being pushed online. Of course, there's always going to be crazy people, but, like, we shouldn't just limit ourselves to, like, cynical thinking on, like, topics and issues. I think my Power and Maximus sketch came out a little bit cleaner than, like, Kobeni here. She was looking a little scuffed. But I am excited to see the new movie. I wish we got season 2 and didn't have to wait so long. But I guess the movie's like a good way for that, so I'll probably like binge Chainsaw Man again. And the music is also like very iconic anyways. It show does have good rewatch ability, I think. I want to play Chainsaw Man openings, but I would definitely get my VOD muted if I did. I don't care as much about, like, copyright, unlike Twitch. Twitch doesn't do anything. They say it's a bannable offense, but I never seen anyone get banned because of listening to music. But YouTube and TikTok is a little bit finicky with, yeah, if people want to listen along to my conversation, if they watch the VOD back, which I do have VOD viewers, and if you're one of them, thank you for supporting me. I don't want that section of the VOD to be muted because, we had some interesting conversations this stream, which tends to happen when I stream art to begin with, so that's the reason alone to want to stream more of it. Let's clean up this power sketch. I need to watch Gachi Akuda. I think that's also has similar vibes to Chainsaw Man from what I've seen. I don't know about the story, but the art does look cool. So that's something, and the music also seems really good. I did hear that. Yeah, I guess another like reason to have TikTok is that the One Piece like editors are just on a different level. Like, I don't have the prowess to learn how they edit like that, but I grew up on AMVs, so like these One Piece editors and Persona editors are like on a different level. Chainsaw Man ones are good as well. I would play some, but like, again, I'm struck, so I don't want to do that. I feel like the sketch here kind of shows that my art style has definitely changed quite a bit. At least the eyes have. But yeah, apart from like that, again, anime's been kind of stale for me. Like, there's nothing that I'm like clamoring to see like that. There's like a new One Punch Man, but I heard it was bad, and that the manga is actually better, so I will probably just end up reading it. But apart from that, man, I don't know. I don't want to be like one of those gatekeepy fans, but my new One Punch Man season is out, but I'm waiting for dubs. I like that's fair. The dub is actually pretty good from what I remember. I might watch it like if I'm bored and have nothing better to do. I guess it's just reading for free run. It's probably the only thing else that's like coming out that's like sort of relevant. But like, what else is coming out? Winter anime 2026. I can't believe this year's almost over. Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess it's also like pretty fun. Like, I think people are trying to paint it as something like this super deep story, but it's really not. But it's still fun. Maybe I should pick that up again. I forgot where I left off. I think it was like when that crab fight happened that I stopped watching. Knowers will probably know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll give it another chance. Other than like Frieren and maybe JJK. Nothing else is all that interesting. I still haven't watched Sakamoto Days. I think I would probably like it, based on what I know. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those fans that say anime was better before everyone else got into it, but I don't know. I'm sure there's good stuff, I just have to look for it. But apart from like some of the main titles, everything else just feels kind of Oh, there is a new season of Trigun, which I actually do want to see, because I am a pretty big Trigun fan. Believe it or not, which is funny because I haven't even made like Trigun art on stream yet. But I hear the 3D season is actually like really good. I've seen the old school one, I've seen the movie too, but I have not seen the 2016 version. And then there's another 3D version that they're gonna make in January, so I guess that is something to look forward to. Vash is a dork, but I love him so much. What about spring? What's going on in spring? A millionth isekai anime. You've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. Spring is usually kind of a sleeper season. What about summer? Well, I don't really have anything out of here. We have to wait all the way till next fall to see the next season of Apothecary Diaries. That's sad. But like, yeah, there's nothing like I'm like majorly wanting to see. Which I don't know if it's like a me thing or not. Spike's family sort of fell off. I think they tried to lean onto making weird jokes too much, and then it just wasn't interesting to watch. I'm sorry. They're trying too hard. I low-key feel like it should have ended like it's season 2, if I'm being honest. Yes, so this is probably why I've been into more like indie animation stuff. I mean, who knows, maybe we'll try to have like a watch party stream where I'll watch like a bunch of indie anime stuff and like talk about the art. That could be fun. That would actually be fun as like a group stream, maybe. I'll have to see. But, it is starting to get a little bit late, and I do believe I will be streaming tomorrow. We will be doing, modded repo with Twee and such. So I think in order to save my voice and not, be too, I guess, gravelly, because I've been dealing with allergies. And, you know, I tend to, like, lose my voice easily. I'm gonna call it a night here. Do I want to read someone? I guess I could. Who else is in the art category? Is anyone that I'm following on? Atsu's playing Marvel Rivals. Nico's playing Hollow Knight. Low-key, Marvel Rivals also fell off because players couldn't stop being toxic. Like, with Overwatch, it's kind of expected, it comes with the territory. It is what it is, but like... for people to be sweaty and like, casual lobbies, it makes no sense and it just takes you out the game. This Rivals was fun, and if you have like a good team, it's actually really fun. But if you have one rando, it can like ruin the vibe for everyone else. And I'd be scared to be open mic in that game, because, knowing my luck, someone will probably say his slur, so I probably will not be playing that on stream. Even though it could actually have been fun to do. I don't think Teapot or Tweed like Marvel Rivals anyways, so I don't think they would play that. Is there anyone to read? This person is working on emotes. Yeah, I think I might read this person. So, yeah, I'm gonna send the raid through. And I should be live again tomorrow. Yes, the allergy season is terrible. Okay, good night. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube and I'll send the raids on Twitch. It's been a while since I raided someone by myself. Last time that we raided, I was with Teapot and we raided Ari together, but I myself haven't rated anybody in a minute. Infinity. Brittany. But this person's working on emotes, so we're gonna go check them out, because they seem like a cool streamer. But until next time, I should be back tomorrow, and we'll be doing art. So, yeah, bye.